The Grinch Who Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss.
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot.
But the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not.
The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. But please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right.
It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight.
But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
Whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the blues, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in the town, for he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now, spinning a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings.
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow's Christmas. It's practically here.
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming.
I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming.
For tomorrow, he knew.
All the Who girls and boys would make brace and early. They'd rush for their toys and then.
Oh, the noise! Oh, the noise! Noise, noise, noise.
That's one thing he hated.
The noise!
Noise! Noise!
Noise!
Then who young and old would sit down to a feast.
And they'd feast.
And they'd feast.
And they'd feast. Feast.
Feast. Feast. They would feast on Who pudding and bread with
Which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least.
And then they do something he likes the least of all.
Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand. And the Who's would start singing.
They'd sing.
And they'd sing.
And they'd sing.
Sing. Sing.
Sing!
And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sang, the more the Grinch thought.
I must stop the whole thing. After 53 years, I've got to put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?
Then he got an idea.
An awful idea.
The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea!
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat. And he made a big Santa Claus hat and a coat. He chuckled and clucked.
What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I was just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer is scarce, there's none to be found.
Did that stop old Grinch?
No.
The Grinch simply said.
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and tied a big horn on the top of his head.
Then he loaded some
And
bags
some old empty sacks
on a ramshackle sleigh.
and he hitched up old Max.
Then the Grinch said,
Yeah.
And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay of snows in their town. All the windows were dark, but snow filled the air.
all the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care.
He came to the first little house on the square.
This is stop number 1.
The Grinchy Claus hissed.
And he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch.
But if Santa could do it,
So could the Grinch.
He got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace blue and little stockings all hanging around.
He's stuffing, he grinned. The first thing to know.
Then he slithered and slumped with a smile on his face. And around the whole room, and he took every present.
Pop guns,
Bicycles,
roller skates,
Drums, checkerboards,
tricycles,
popcorn,
and plums, and stuffed them in bags.
Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney.
He slunk to the ice box.
He took the whole piece. He took the whole pudding.
He took the roast beef.
He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash.
Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash.
Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with Grilly.
And now,
Grinned the Grinch.
I'll step up the tree.
And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove.
When he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove.
Turned around fast and he saw a small who. Little Cindy Lou Who.
Who was not more than 2.
The Grinch had been caught by the time he got it. He got out of bed for a cup of cold water.
She
stared at the Grinch and said,
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought of the lie.
He thought it out quick.
Why, my sweet little tot.
The fake Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on the tree and a little kite on one side. So I'm taking it to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there. Then I'll bring it back here.
And his friend fooled the child.
Then he patted her head and got her a quick drink and sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up.
And the last thing he took was the log for the fire.
Then he went up the chimney himself, that the old liar. On the walls, he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. And he did the same thing to the other houses, leaving the crumbs much too small for the other mouses.
It was 1:15. All the food was still abed. All the food was still snooze. And he packed up his sled.
Packed it up with their presents.
The ribbons. The wrappings.
The tags.
The tinsel, the trimmings,
The trappings.
3,000 feet up.
Up the slide of Mount Crumble. He rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
Pooh, pooh, to the who.
He was graciously humming.
It's raining out now. The no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open for a moment or two. Then the who's down and who will cry. Boo-hoo! That's a noise.
Grinned the Grinch.
I simply must hear.
So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rattling over the snow.
It started in low. Then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad.
Why this song sounded merry.
It couldn't be so.
It was Mary. He stared down at Whoville.
Then the Grinch packed his eyes. Then he shook.
What he saw was a shocking surprise. Everywhere down in Whoville, the tall and the small was singing, without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming, it came.
Somehow or other it came just the same.
And the Grinch, with his Grinch tree ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages or boxes or bags.
He puzzled through hours till his puzzler was sore.
Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas, he thought. Does it come from a store? Maybe Christmas, perhaps? Maybe a little bit more.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Then the churning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches plus 2. And now that his heart didn't feel so quite tight,
He whizzed with his load through the bright morning light.
with a smile on his soul, he descended Mount Crumble, cheerily blowing, hoo-hoo, on his trumpet.
He rode into Whoville.
And he brought back their toys.
He brought back their flutes to the Who Gals and Boys. He brought back their snow and their turtles.
And he brought back their pantukas, their dafflers,
And Wuzzles.
he brought everything back. All the food for the feast, and he himself.
The Grinch caught the roast beef. Welcome Christmas, bring your cheer. Cheer to all who's far and near.
Christmas Day isn't our dress.
So long as we have hands to clap,
Christmas Day will always be.
just as long as we have we,
Welcome Christmas while we stand.
heart to heart.
Welcome Christmas while we stand, heart to heart.